It was a coin toss, right, of whether it was going to be an early night or cocaine-fueled gun banging.
In a jaw-dropping clash that's tearing the comedy world apart, John Oliver unleashes a fiery, hard pass on Jay Leno's smug advice, sparking a feud that's got everyone from Jon Stewart to ex-users picking sides. As the battle rages, the very future of late-night TV hangs by a thread. A late-night showdown for the ages. Imagine a glitzy Hollywood soundstage, the air thick with tension, the spotlight burning bright. This isn't just another night of jokes. It's a full-blown war in the world of late-night television. On one side, Jay Leno, the silver-haired legend who once ruled the airwaves as the king of The Tonight Show. On the other, John Oliver, the razor-tongued Brit whose HBO juggernaut Last Week Tonight has redefined what late night can be. The spark? Leno's audacious claim that today's hosts, Oliver, Jon Stewart, Seth Meyers, are ruining comedy by cozying too much to one side or the other with their political humor. In an interview that hit like a lightning bolt, Leno waxed nostalgic about the good old days of late night, preaching the host should aim for the whole audience, instead of just half. "I love political humor, don't get me wrong," he told The Hollywood Reporter, his voice carrying the weight of a man who packed arenas for decades. But why shoot for just half an audience all the time? Why not try to get the whole? I like to bring people into the big picture. It was a classic Leno move, folksy, earnest, and just a touch patronizing. Enter John Oliver, who wasn't about to let that slide. In a scorching response to The Hollywood Reporter, the Last Week Tonight host didn't just push back, he swung for the fences. "I'm going to take a hard pass on taking comedic advice from Jay Leno," Oliver declared, his British accent slicing through the air like a well-aimed dart. But he wasn't done. Who thinks that way? Executives? Comedy can't be for everyone. It's inherently subjective, he said, doubling down. When you do stand-up, some people try to play to a broader audience, which is completely legitimate. Others decide not to, which is equally legitimate. I don't think comedy is prescriptive in that way. It's just what people want. Translation? Leno's cookie-cutter approach to comedy belongs in a museum, not a modern TV studio. As if that weren't enough, Jon Stewart, the godfather of political satire and Oliver's former Daily Show mentor, jumped into the fray. Stewart didn't just disagree. He obliterated Leno's take, calling it FING ridiculous, and even taking a jab at Leno's infamous knack for self-inflicted injuries. Think, those bizarre garage mishaps. The stage was set, the battle lines drawn, and late night's old guard was getting dragged in front of a live studio audience. The media meltdown and social media storm. The fallout was nothing short of cinematic. Media outlets pounced faster than a tabloid on a celebrity scandal. Variety screamed, "John Oliver torches Jay Leno in Late Night Feud," while Deadline went with Oliver versus Leno, the comedy clash that's shaking TV. The story spread like wildfire, with pundits dissecting every syllable of Oliver's takedown. But the real chaos unfolded on X, where the internet turned into a gladiatorial arena of hot takes and savage memes. One ex-user with 75K followers posted, "Leno telling Oliver how to do comedy is like a blockbuster manager lecturing Netflix. Sit down, Jay." Hashtag Team Oliver. The replies were brutal. Jay's comedy was for boomers who thought denim jackets were edgy, one user quipped. Another fired back, "Leno filled seats for 20 years. Oliver's preaching to a niche HBO crowd. Who's really winning?" Hashtag Team Leno. The hashtags hashtag Late Night Feud and hashtag Oliver versus Leno trended for days, racking up tens of thousands of posts. A viral meme showed Leno's face photoshopped onto a back-in-my-day grandpa, while another had Oliver smirking with a caption, "When you try to school a comedy genius, but get schooled." Mainstream media kept the flames burning. The Daily Beast framed the feud as a symptom of late night's existential crisis, pointing to the shocking cancellation of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert as proof the industry was on shaky ground. Analysts were quick to clarify. Colbert's exit wasn't about his relentless Trump jabs but cold, hard economics. CBS was hemorrhaging millions as viewers abandoned traditional TV for YouTube, TikTok, and streaming platforms. Still, that didn't stop Donald Trump from crowing on Truth Social. "I played a major part in getting Colbert canceled. More to come." His gloating added fuel to the narrative that late night's political edge was a double-edged sword. Meanwhile, whispers of political meddling swirled. Reports surfaced that Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav had been cozying up to Ivanka Trump, raising eyebrows about potential interference in shows like Oliver's. But the Last Week Tonight host brushed it off with his signature wit. "I don't waste energy worrying about that," he told The Hollywood Reporter. "The moment that intrudes on our show, I will react very badly to it, but it hasn't." With a steely edge, he added, "My tolerance level, were it to, would be 0. This would be over real quick." It was a warning shot to any execs thinking of meddling with his creative freedom. The ghosts of late nights past. To really get this feud, we need to peel back the layers. Jay Leno was late night's golden boy in the 90s and 2000s, a master of the safe, crowd-pleasing monologue. His Tonight Show was comfort food for middle America, jokes about gas prices, celebrity gossip, and the occasional Clinton scandal, all delivered with a folksy grin. Leno was a ratings titan, pulling in 5 to 6 million viewers a night at his peak. But his legacy took a hit in 2010 during the infamous Conan O'Brien saga. When Leno reclaimed The Tonight Show after a failed primetime experiment, many saw him as a corporate stooge, choosing NBC's bottom line over loyalty to a younger, edgier host. That drama still lingers, casting a shadow over Leno's critiques today. John Oliver, on the other hand, is a product of a different era. A Daily Show veteran, he built Last Week Tonight into a cultural juggernaut, blending biting satire with investigative deep dives on everything from predatory lending to televangelists. Since its 2014 debut, the show has racked up 13 Emmys, making it the most awarded late-night series of its time. Oliver's secret sauce? HBO's creative freedom, which lets him lean hard into his progressive worldview without the shackles of network TV's ad-driven model. But that freedom comes with a trade-off. His audience skews left, and he's not afraid to alienate viewers who don't vibe with his perspective. Then there's the bigger picture. Late-night TV is fighting for survival in a world where attention spans are short and competition is fierce. Streaming giants, social media platforms, and even podcasts are stealing viewers who'd rather binge a Netflix special than tune in at 11:30 p.m. Colbert's cancellation was a gut punch, a reminder that even the biggest names aren't immune. Leno's advice, while out of touch, taps into a nostalgia for a time when late night was a cultural unifier, not a lightning rod for political tribalism. Let's get raw for a second. Leno's critique feels like a relic from a bygone era, like a VHS tape trying to lecture a 4K stream.